Hello and welcome back to the channel. Steuben here, and today we're going to look at some more gameplay from our local Pokemon League. On the left we have Chris playing Magcargo EX, and on the right we have Elena with a Meowscarada EX deck. Two Pokemon that you really don't see in the competitive standard format. Chris is going to start off with a Buddy Poffin, and it looks like they're going to eyeball a Slugma, maybe another one. Yep, there we go. We're going to see two Slugma hit the bench with this Buddy Poffin. Now, Magcargo EX does need 3 energy to attack, so it is a little bit cumbersome to get there. However, when it does attack, it does 140 base damage, and it then does 140 more damage for each energy discarded off the top card of both players' decks. And it does discard them no matter what you find there, so it also disrupts your opponent a little bit. We're going to see an energy attached to another Slugma, another Slugma hit the bench, as well as another Bidoof, and a pass over to Elena, who's going to start off with a Nest Ball, grabbing a Sprigatito, a second Nest Ball as well. Going to go through the deck and find a Radiant Alakazam, which is really good here in this match. Ultimately, with these smaller Slugmas and things like Bidoof and such, you'll be able to use the ability on the Meowscarada, discarding a Grass Energy to put 3 damage counters on one of your bench Pokemon, and then you can bring them up to the active to do more damage. There looks like to be a Kieran in hand. I see a Grass Energy being attached to Sprigatito. A Oranberry Energy Search and a Rare Candy, but just a pass back over to Chris. Chris is going to go ahead and evolve that active into a Bibarel, as well as the benched Bidoof into a Bibarel. I can't quite tell what the rest of the hand is. We see an Energy being attached. There's a Team Stargrunt, a Mela, and a Professor's Research. Bibarel just going to go ahead and draw 2 cards. Mela is probably very important here to be able to go ahead and just get an extra energy into play on one of your Slugmas or Magcargo if one of your Pokemon was knocked out on the last turn. And yeah, Hyper Aroma being played. So Chris can just search for 3 Stage 1 Pokemon. Contemplating here what to get. I think it's just going to be 3 Magcargo EX. Absolutely crazy card. I wish it got a little bit more love in the standard format. And we're going to see all 3 Slugmas evolved up. Chris is going to follow up with an Ultra Ball, discarding Mela and that Team Stargrunt. And they're going to go ahead and grab a Manaphy to protect the bench. However, there's nothing in Elena's deck that does like direct bench damage that I can assume is in this deck. The damage counters from the Meowscarada are by an effect, so who knows. Bibarel going to draw Chris back up a couple cards. Looks like another Buddy Poffin, Super Rod, an Energy Sticker, and a Pal Pad. Going to go ahead and shuffle back in the Mela and the Team Stargrunt. And it might end up just being a pass from here. I don't think there's much else Chris can do. I think we're just kind of like waiting for this Bibarel to get knocked out now at this point in time. There's no energy in there for Energy Sticker. Oh no, he's got the Professor's Research. Discarding his hand, drawing 7 additional cards. Counter Catcher, there's a Switch, there's an Energy Sticker, Ultra Ball, Iono, EXP Share. Has the Switch into the Magcargo EX. Attaching an Experience Share to another Magcargo on the bench. And I think we're just going to see the Hot Magma. It does 70 damage and burns the opponent's active Pokemon. So it'll have a whopping total of 90 on it. And then Elena needs to flip a coin to see if it's going to stay burned. And it is a Tails. So Mew is still burned. But Mew has free retreat, so he just can get on out of here this way. Oranberry being attached to the Sprigatito. Chris has to read it, and I guess so do I. Maybe it's not an Oranberry. What is it? It's an Okaberry. If the Pokemon this card is attached to is damaged by an attack by your opponent's fire Pokemon, it takes 60 less damage, which is kind of funny that like this matchup is happening here with that berry in the deck against a fire deck. And just a pass, and the burn damage is applied, but a heads is flipped, so Mew is no longer burned. It does have 110 on it, so Magcargo is going to be able to get a KO here with either attack ultimately. Chris is just going to go ahead and play an Iono. Both players shuffle their hands up, put them on the bottom of the deck, and draw cards equal to their prize cards. And no prize cards have been taken yet this game. So they're both going to get a fresh hand of 6 cards. See another experience share, another Slugma, a couple fire energy, and the Academy at Night. I don't think I would commit the energy to the active in this situation, since you don't need to use Ground Burn to get the KO. You can just use Hot Magma to get the KO. And you could put an energy on one of the other Magcargos. That way, like, you're just one attachment from all of them being able to use the main attack. And Chris is going to take his first 2 prize cards here. Elena does promote the Sprigatito. Has an Iono in hand. Has a Grass Energy, Rare Candy. But just going to go ahead and play the Professor's Research, discard her hand, and draw 7 new ones. There is another Rare Candy, another Sprigatito. It looks like Ultra Ball, Energy Surge, Energy Retrieval, another one of those berries, and a Rare Candy. So here we go. Ultra Ball discarding the Sprigatito and the berry. I'm going to go ahead and grab the Meowscarada EX. I think in this situation, I would have not discarded the Sprigatito. I think I would have just benched it, ultimately. We're going to see the energy here from Energy Search. And there might be 1 or 2 in the discard pile already, but I think what can ultimately happen is the ability can get used, and then full value from that energy retrieval. But she already had 2 in there anyways. So there's the turn attachment, and there's the ability. Got to go ahead and put 3 damage counters on one of the benched Pokemon onto the Bibarel. Radiant Alakazam is going to bring 2 of those damage counters up off the Bibarel and put them onto the active Magcargo. And then Scratching Nails is going to hit for 220 damage. But Magcargo is quite the chonk stage 1. So 240 on this Magcargo overall. And if it can get, gusted to the bench, and then we see the Magical Bouquet once again, that'd be pretty good here. But Academy at Night, I think we're going to see an energy card get placed on top of the deck. I would have loved to see Chris sequence this a little bit more. Attach energy for turn on to one of the Magcargos. Place that Stadium down, draw a card or 2 with Bibarel, then use the Academy at Night, put the card on top, and then sequence the attack off. Just 1 energy off the top ultimately gets this KO, and there it is, and Elena loses a Kieran, and then, weakness just kicks in. So it's going to hit for 240 times 2 for the knockout. Chris is going to take 2 more prize cards here. It's not looking too great for Elena this game. See an Iono, good comeback potential. Double Turbo Energy, contemplating being attached, but nope, Iono. This is where I would have loved to see that Sprigatito get benched last turn, and then maybe in these 6 cards, there's a way to find another comeback here. Rare Candy, Research, looks like 2 Boomerang Energies, and a Defiance Band. Ultimately, I don't think no matter what happens here, I think this one is just kind of cooked over, unfortunately, for Elena. See an energy attached to Bidoof and a pass. And Chris just rips the Night Stretcher, grabs the energy, plays an Earthen Vessel, discards a Buddy Buddy Poffin. Is going to go ahead and grab 2 more energy from the deck. I'd like to see one of these be attached somewhere. You don't have to use the Academy at Night this turn. You don't have to use Ground Burn. Hot Magma just gets the KO anyways. Bibarel's going to draw a couple cards here. Looks like a research and another Mela added to hand. And yep, Ground Burn gets the KO here. And it's just down to one prize and one Pokemon left. Elena does finally get another Sprigatito, but still can't do anything here. I think it's over. Professor's Research, though, hiding in that hand. Can these last 7 cards deny Chris the game? Something like a counter catcher, a prime catcher, some sort of switching gust option. Energy Search, Double Turbo, canceling Cologne, another Sprigatito, a Meowscarada, and it looks like a middle stage. Radiant Alakazam is going to move the damage up to the Magcargo, and then just a pass. And all Chris has to do is just do the basic attack. No need to mill any cards, and that's the game. If you enjoyed this meme gameplay between these two decks, with the unfortunate type advantage in Chris's favor, please take a moment to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more Pokemon content like this. We are pushing towards our goal of 10K subs by the end of the year, and, you know, tons of other content coming along the way as well. Let me know down in the comments below what you want to see in the future from these games, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Much love and peace.